What up, best friends? Boy Thursday Lynch back again with another motherfucking video. So, y'all, we got this field training exercise coming up, right? So, as an OC, we got a unit that came all the way down to where we're at, so that we can observe them doing their training, and we can give them an after action review when they're done with their training. They have two different phases of training that we have to observe them do, right? And it's a 24-hour operation. I get to work the day shift from 08 to 2000. I don't want to do this freaking training, y'all. I don't want to do this training. I don't want to watch them. I don't want to do any of it, man. And normally whenever a field training exercise comes up, what happens to me is, I hate the part where we're preparing to go out and do our thing for the training, which is the part that I'm hating right now. I don't know. I told my wife that, I feel like it's anxiety, man. And the reason why I feel that way is because there's so much stuff that we don't know, how it's going to be. Or in fact, we've known for months that we have this training coming up, but today, the day before we actually go to start watching this unit do their training, today's when we get the full understanding and the most information that we got to go do what we got to do. Even with that, there's still some things that they're like, oh, we're going to see how that goes, and then we'll make adjustments from there. So all it's telling me is that the planning was not planned all the way. Piss poor planning is what it is with this training, and a lack of, communication also, because certain people aren't being told what they need to be told to bring it down to us so that we can be told what we got to do. There's things that we just feel like, hey, well, I think we should do this, let's do that. And just normal stuff that we normally do to cover our tracks for this training exercise. And it makes me realize a couple things, man. One thing that it makes me realize is that a lot of the operations that we do in the Army is trial and error. It's practice. It's once we do something, we do the after action review afterwards of how we did everything. We make adjustments from there, and then we create a system of how to do things whenever we do certain tasks or certain operations. And unfortunately, there's almost, there's no other way to do it, because as you go through something, you'll say, oh, guess what we could have thought of? We could have thought of this. Oh, well, let's make sure we do that next time. And there's certain things that we're like, hey, this should be this way. But then you try it and it doesn't work. So then it's like, no, we're not going to do that next time. You know what I'm saying? So it's trial and almost everything in the Army is trial and error. A lot of trial and error. Practice this. Make systems about that. And that's one thing that I've realized about the Army, a couple years ago, that a lot of the stuff that we do in the Army is just practice. For instance, train as you fight. You got some soldiers who, even in 20 years, have never done a deployment. They've never gone and really applied in a real life situation, not a training situation, but a real life situation, the stuff that they've been training on. And anyway, I know as a non-commissioned officer that a part of our job, it's not even a part, it's our job. Our job in the Army is to train. We're practicing. We train as we fight. So if we never deploy, our job is to be ready to deploy. Always have everything ready so we can go ahead and execute our deployment with the minimum amount of time to the most efficiency possible. So yes, almost everything should be taken as a training lesson, as a training opportunity. And it sucks, but that's how it is. And maybe I need to understand that a little bit more. Like, hey, this is practice. And maybe I'll feel a little bit different about it, but I don't know. I think there's just so much pressure on, even when you practice, there's a standard that you practice to, and there's an end result that you're trying to get to, and somebody's responsible for getting to that end result, and somebody's responsible for supervising others. Someone's responsible for training the lower enlisted and others to execute and to get that outcome that's expected of them. So it's complicated, man. To me, in my mind, it is. Maybe I'm overthinking it, like I always do a lot of things, but that's just how I am as a soldier, man. I'm almost 17 years in. This is just a part of me. I overthink things. I second guess at times. I might think I don't know something, and then boom, when I go to execute, I actually do know some of the stuff that I'm talking about. So that's one thing that I realized about the Army, is a lot of it is practice. A lot of it is practice. Once you do your practice and you do your after action review after the practice and after the training or whatever, even if it's, I don't know, you create a system on how you do things, and you get systems in place so that things can get done efficiently. The second thing that I hate about the Army, man, and this is, I feel like it's not complicated to not do this as an OC, but you got to be careful, because once you do this, it's hard, man. But getting comfortable in the Army, getting comfortable. My job is it's very easy to get comfortable and to relax and to not really do that much. But it's also my responsibility to not be comfortable, not get comfortable, volunteer for certain training or any event or something. Volunteer for that. Get up and go. Don't just sit around and not volunteer and not do anything. But it just sucks, because who wants to volunteer? And I've been like that for a lot. Like I'm not gonna volunteer for certain things, but I'm ready. If you say, "Hey, Lynch, your name is in the shoot for this," all right, too easy. That's my boss and my leader's gonna tell me that I gotta do something. I'm the one up to do it. Okay, I'm not gonna fight back about it and complain. Well, maybe I might complain a little bit, but I'm still gonna do it. And this job that I have is very easy to get comfortable not doing some things. I'm telling you, man, like, I just haven't been doing much. I haven't been really applying myself to some things. Some things I do and some things I don't apply myself to, but it makes me dread everything that we have coming up in the future, the near future too, because it's, as an OC, man, if you don't do it, like, you're just chilling, you know what I mean? And I have gotten guidance from previous and prior OCs that I know, and they told me that, I need to calm down, make sure I'm chill, which, like I said, it's my responsibility. Maybe just the mindset is what they were talking about, to chill on how you think about certain things. And you have to realize that you're an OC and to be an OC, but that doesn't mean to, not practice doing certain things. And I just feel like I've gotten way too comfortable and way too lax to want to get up and have to do these trainings and stuff, man. I was talking to my wife. The anxiety is there. I feel like the anxiety triggers a little bit of like sadness, if you want to call it depression or whatever. I just think about past times where I did not want to do certain things and I felt a certain kind of way about it, or I got fussed out because I messed something up, and it really puts a feeling on me like, I just don't want to do this, man. But I don't know. We went today, a Sunday at that. Went today, got all our trucks together. Somebody stole some of my freaking ice sheets that I had set up, and I guess they swapped them out with theirs or something. I don't freaking know. But got our trucks set up. I met my counterpart from the reserve component that I'm going to be OCing with for the day shift for the duration of this training. I'm responsible for a lot of the property in my team, so I had to sign out, the LMRs, the radios. I had to sign out the daggers. There's just a lot of stuff that I had to make sure my 2062, my hand receipts and all that good stuff was squared away. All the BII for the Humvees that my team has, I had to freaking make a list of those and sign all that stuff out. And I don't know, it's a lot. You think you're not doing a lot in the Army, man, but you actually are. And what I think happens is some of this stuff becomes so easy. Then at that point, you're like, man, I ain't doing nothing. I got a battle buddy who got out of the Army a long time ago for medical reasons, but we went through basic training together. And we knew Well, we had it in our minds like, bro, we don't do nothing. We're not gonna be doing nothing. But I think that was a mindset because of what we were doing. We got good at it and we were comfortable with it. So it's like, this is nothing. So that's why we would say we're not doing nothing. But I don't know, man. I start my field training tomorrow. I'll be back home every single day. It's weird. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. I don't know. It's just bringing back them feelings that I can't stand. A lot of stuff you do in the Army is just practice, trial and error for you to get ready and learn something, and then you create a system on it. And like I said, man, you cannot get relaxed. You cannot get lackadaisical and relax while you're in the Army doing your thing. Even if you're at 17 years, man. You right now, 24 months out is when you can sign up for retirement. And you go from there, CSP, all that good stuff, whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna go chill. Thank y'all for listening. I gotta get ready to get up in the morning and go do this field training exercise for 12 hours and then whatever. So anyway, SFAM stand up, SFAM salute, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. Thank y'all so much for listening to me, man. Deuces, I'm out. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Yeah.